got to understand, he uses people who've been through dirty situations. Y'all don't want to preach that. Look, turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, God has a way of using dirty stuff to bring us to a better place in our life. In the Bible, I'm almost done here. The Bible says that this man makes it to the pool. He begins to wash in the pool, and as he washes in the pool, the Bible says he came out the pool. When he came out seeing, and he had his sight. Grab somebody by the hand and say, neighbor, there's some things God would allow you to go through. It'll be messy stuff, but in the long run, it'll bring you out of misery. Yes, here the Bible says that this man came back, and when he came back from the pool, those who were his onlookers, they began to look around and ask the question, is this the one who sat around and begged? Grab somebody and say, neighbor, you know God's been working in your life with folk from your past who seen you in your mess, cannot even recognize you. They looked at this man, they began to question, but the blessing was in the fact that he didn't try to hide it. He didn't try to sweep it under the rug, but he turned to the people. He said, it was I was blind, but now I see. See, that's what real deliverance is. Real deliverance is when you can look at your past and admit that I was messed up, admit that I was in sin, admit that I fell. Grab somebody and say, neighbor, can I be honest with you? It was I was in my mess. I was a sinner. See, some of y'all can't be real, but get someone else and say, neighbor, I was in my mess, but I'm so glad he saved me. He washed me. He cleansed me. The Bible says that he looked around and he told the others, it was me. You know you're really delivered when you can admit that you was in fault, when you can admit that I got urges that are not godly, when you can admit there's still temptation. I'm being here. Leave your seat for the next 5 minutes and tell your neighbor, God is using the mess to bring me out of misery. I came tonight to tell somebody your weeping days are over. Your blind days are over. He's gonna take you through a messy thing to bring you to a beautiful outcome. Tell your neighbor it's over. Tell somebody, y'all gotta leave your seat. Shake them by the hand and say, neighbor, whatever it was you was going through, got a word from the Lord. God said it's over. God said it's over. I need you to get somebody else while we have some church and say, neighbor, whatever it was you've been going through, I got a word from the Lord. God said it was over. God said no more. But the thing that blessed me about the entire text is the young man. He was born that way, and we're dealing with a generation that believes if they were born with an issue, there's no way they can be delivered. If they were born with a gene, then they're homosexual. But the devil is a liar. Because but he delivers from the stuff he was born with. Tell your neighbor, whatever it was he was born with, God can deliver you. God can bring you out. God can make a way out of no way. I just need about 5 of you to open your mouth and begin God some praise. Say yes, I'm living. Is there anybody in here who's living? Leave your seat and testify. Say, neighbor, I was blind, but now I see. I don't need nobody to take care of me no more. I can do it myself. I don't need to beg any longer. I can do it myself. 'Cause I've been delivered. Say yeah, say yeah. Open your mouth and give God some glory. Say yeah, say yeah, say. Listen, they told me I had to 10 o'clock. So what I want to do is I want to take the next couple of minutes for an altar call.